Hi, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, we're going to take this HTML and we're going to apply some CSS to it. So hopefully we'll get it looking something like this. This is a basic blog I set up the other day. I thought it'd be interesting to apply my own CSS, show you how to do that. And then maybe we'll also do like a couple of frameworks like Bootstrap and Tailwind and compare the differences. And maybe I'll pick one, whichever one I like best, and change this one because this one's a little bit more modern than this, but it's still maybe not quite up to fully modern standards. But we'll go to a little bit more modern today with our CSS. Okay, so here's the HTML file right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file called style.css, and we're going to have to link that in. So I'm just going to save this and go back to the directory here. And let's just make sure we link that in. So we're going to do a link. The relation is going to be style sheet. The type is going to be, well, this we really don't have to enter, but text/CSS. And then we're just going to have it in the same folder for this one. So I'll put a period / and then style.css, and we'll close that out. And now let's go to the other file. I didn't want to do that. Sorry. Let's go to style.css, and let's start to apply some CSS. So the first thing I think I'm going to do, and let me make this a little bit larger for you, is throughout the whole body, I'm going to apply some box styling. So I'm going to say box style is border box, and then we'll close that out. And then the body, I'm going to give a font family of Georgia with a backup of sans serif. And we'll close that out. And we'll save that, and let's just refresh, and not much will happen, but so the font changed slightly. Now with the box style border box, what that does is it basically, like if I say it's going to be a width of 800 pixels, and I say we have a padding on each side of 20 pixels. Really, if I didn't have that box size border box, what would happen is it would be 840 pixels wide. But what's going to happen, it's going to give the padding and still keep it at 800 pixels wide. Okay, so we can account for stuff a little bit better that way. And speaking of this, I'm going to make the background color here. Let's make it a little bit different. Let's make it white smoke. And what I'm going to do is give this a max width. Let's do 1,000 pixels. We'll do a margin left of auto and a margin right of auto as well. And we'll save this, and I'm just going to highlight this stuff here. And what I'm going to do is just do command sort. I think it's sort lines. Yeah, there we go. Sort lines, just to keep it in alphabetical order because that is a best practice. Okay. So now I've saved this, and what I'll do is go up here and we'll refresh, and you see that the body is pulled in. The whole background, I don't know if you caught it, it did change slightly to that white smoke color. But what I want to do is I want to have it so that the outside the body, the color is a gray. Okay, so, and I'm forgetting what gray I used, but we'll just target the HTML here, and we'll say background color, because if I don't target the HTML, then the body will take this, even though the body's only 1,000 pixels wide, it'll take the whole screen for that background color. Let's do something like D3, D3, D3. There we go. And let's close that out and save that. And let's refresh. And now we have a little bit different color there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I do want, with the body, I do want to have a little bit of padding. So let's do padding. Let's do 20 pixels, maybe. We'll see how that looks. Okay, that brings it in. It's a little bit nicer. Let's do a border of 1 pixel solid, and we'll just make it a slightly different gray. So E6, E6, E6. Very minimal differentiation. You probably can't even see it. But anyways, that's what I want to do. Now, if we go back to our index.html file here, we'll see that we have a main section and we have an aside section. So let's target those. So I'll go back to the style.css. We'll go down here and we'll say that the main, let's give it a width of 73%, and a float of left, oops, forgot the semicolon there, display of inline block, and yeah, that's it for now. And let's do the aside, and let's do a width of 24%, a float of right, and a display of inline block. And let's actually go ahead here and actually yeah, gonna go up and go and highlight the stuff. And I think I should change themes because this doesn't really, yeah, I don't want to space that properly because you can't really see it that well. So let's do customize themes. Okay, and let's go down and do Mysterioso. Okay, and I'm just gonna save that. Okay, go back and go back to my style. Now, if I go to the end here, and yeah, now you can see it a little bit better. So let me just quit out of that, go up here, and I'll demonstrate. Okay, and we'll sort the lines here as well. Okay, so that just puts them in alphabetical order, makes it a little bit nicer. Okay, let's see where we're at. Okay, so now we've got it sorted out, but you know, not everything's good. The footer is a little messed up, so it's kind of going into the aside. So with the footer, let's have the display of inline block. Now this isn't necessarily the modern flex box way of doing it, but it still works. And we'll just give the width of 100%. You know, it's going to get the job done here for our semi-modern theme. Okay, so now we've got the sidebar, we've got the sidebars looking okay. The posts are looking okay. I do want to change something about the paragraphs. So I'm going to go right here and I'm going to target the paragraphs. And what I'm going to do is just slightly increase the font. So I'm going to make it 1.1 rem. And then I'm also going to make the line height about 1.4 to 1.5 times that. There are studies that show that that's optimal. So I'm going to make that 1.6, which is about exactly, it's almost exactly 1.45. If you multiply 1.1 times 1.45, you get 1.595. I know because I did it. All right. So if we open that up, we got a little bit better spacing now. And I think I want to do the same thing with the list items. So let's actually target the list items as well and save it and refresh. And the list items, they come out okay. Maybe I don't want 1.6 for the list items, but for right now, I'll keep it as is. Now, if I look here, about the author looks a little higher than that. So what I'm going to do with the aside is just give a slight padding on the top of 30 pixels. And let's see how that does. Oh, what? Yeah, no. Maybe like margin top. I don't know why that just happened. Probably some weird thing. Okay, yeah, there we go. And let's actually make it 22. Okay, and we'll refresh, and yeah, maybe like 26. Okay, and we'll refresh, and yeah, that looks okay. I might actually go back to 30, who knows? But I want this latest cycling posts here, so let's go back to our index.html, and I'll make this larger for you too. We're going to give this a class that we'll define. We'll define a class called text center, and we'll save that and then go back to our style.css, and we'll go down here and say some, I don't know, make a comment that this is text alignment classes, and then we'll have a class called text center, and we'll say something like text align center, and we'll close that out. Okay, and now if I refresh, there we go. Nice and in the center. So now this top menu up here looks not so good. So let's focus on the top menu. What else do I get going? Oh yeah, got the top menu and I got something above it, but we won't focus on that. But let's fix the nav menu. So if we go above the main, we've got the nav and the unordered list. I'm going to give it a background color of black. So background color, we'll just do 000, which is black. And we'll do a display of flex. We'll justify the content to the center. We'll align the items to the center. And yeah. And also we will just sort our lines. There we go. And now let's check that out. Okay, so now it's coming together, but these are getting a little mashed. Okay, so we want to fix the nav list items. So let's target those. So what we're going to do with the nav list items is we are going to give them a padding of 10 pixels. Okay, and let's do that. And that spaces them out a little bit, but we still got this, that kind of not so great blue color and purple color. So what we're going to do is we're going to target the links. Okay, so we're going to say with the nav list items, the links, what we're going to do is we're going to have our color be white and our text decoration be none. Now, typically you want your links to be underlined or something like that, so you can see them a little bit better and they're more accessible and that kind of thing. But for the navigation menu here, I think it's fine just to do that. What is with that about? Huh. What is going on with that? Maybe I messed up with the tag somewhere there. So let's go there. It's looking very weird. The about. Huh. Let's do AB and see if something is still weird. Okay, there's still something weird there. It looks like a tag is interfering somehow. That's one of those things. You make a video and you're like, what is going on? Where is the issue? Interrupt. You can just space these a little bit better. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm not seeing anything. Well, I'm going to have to figure out what that discoloration is off camera. It's like the T, the last letter, or something is getting in the way. It's almost like with the blog, there is an issue. But that looks like it closes fine. Not really sure what's going on with that. Let me inspect. Yeah. Maybe it's something, nope, UTF-8. That looks fine. Let me try changing the font for a minute. See if there's something weird going on with the font. I don't know, let's do Helvetica. And there's still something going on there. So it's a tag or something. Something is interfering. I'll have to debug that off camera. Bonus points if you can pick it out and comment in the comments below. Although, my bonus points really don't give you anything extra. It's just like, Anyway, so let's see. So that's a little messed up. I guess we're going with Helvetica because otherwise I would have to go back and change it. And then we could put this header here. Back in the day, I was a pretty decent bike racer. So I could just put a H1 here with the class of logo, and we'll just put TimothyUnker.com. Okay, and then we'll close out the H1 there and save that. And then let's go back to our style.css and go right here. I probably should organize this a little bit better. And then for the logo, let's give it a font size of 1.2 rem and a color of dark gray there. And actually, I want to do that. I think I want to do that for the entire body, so maybe I can get rid of that. So just take off the edge a little bit, okay? And that's that one. I think I'm going to change it back to Georgia. Okay, and we also want to add an additional class there. I want to center that. So we'll add an additional class, the class we already defined, which was text center. And we'll save that, and now refresh. And I want to go back and let's go back and let's change it from Helvetica. Again, there's something I have to debug there. I'm going to change it back to Georgia because I like that font a little bit better. These are web-safe fonts that I'm using. Yeah, there's something going on with the about and the blog. I know what it is. Figured it out. The nav list items, one thing I forgot I have to give you is list style type none. Okay. And then there we go. Okay, so now that's looking a lot better. And let's keep moving because when I go to here and I hover, notice how that changes. Okay, so what I'm going to do is move this up and we'll do nav list item hover. And when it hovers, what we want to do is we want to have the background color change to white. And that's going to be that. And then let's bring this up here. And then we'll also have a nav list item hover and the links when you hover. And we're going to change the color of the links to red. Okay. And let's save that. And now go here and refresh. And now, yep, boom, boom, boom. Very, very good. Okay. So if we hover over them, it changes. So flash through there. I think that's pretty much it. I actually didn't center this in this one, but it's basically the same thing. So this is our basic blog setup here. In another video coming soon, I do some other videos on Vim and Emacs and those kind of things. In another video coming soon, let's take a look at this from Bootstrap and let's take a look at it from Tailwind, and let's keep going that way. I want to thank you for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a like as it will help get out to more people. And if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I've been doing a video every day for the last 8 or 9 months, trying to keep up that pace. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I'll have a lot more content to come. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day.